Hi guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. This is Mai. Today I wanted to do a sort of sit down and talk video, sort of like a story time video, because over the weekend, actually yesterday, I did bridal makeup for the first time ever, and I wanted to share that experience with you guys because I feel like a lot of YouTubers started their YouTube channel because they were freelance makeup artists or they're makeup artists and they want to share videos with their clients and stuff, so that's how they start their videos. But for me personally, it's kind of the opposite. I was always super obsessed with YouTube. I've been watching it all the time since 2006 I think, and obviously it started with Michelle Phan. She was the first YouTuber that I watched, and I really got into it and I really started developing a passion for the artistry and for the industry. So that's how I got into makeup, and I always kind of did it for myself. I really enjoyed trying out new products, trying out different makeup looks, but always on myself. So I never really did makeup on other people until very recently. And last year, one of my old childhood friends asked me if I wanted to do makeup for her and some of her bridesmaids and her mom for her wedding day, which was yesterday, August 20th, 2016. I was very excited, to be honest, when she first asked me, because I was like, wow, finally someone is recognizing my work, somebody really is enjoying my work, so why not? I said okay right away, and I was very excited to do that for her and 3 of her sisters and her mother, so 5 people in total. And I had a year to practice and to get all my stuff together. And what really helped is that she is also Vietnamese, and all of her sisters and mother obviously are Vietnamese too, so I kind of had that advantage, if I can say that, because she said she enjoyed how I do makeup, and she likes Asians or Vietnamese people to do makeup on her. So I felt really confident, I really enjoyed it, and in the meantime what I had to do was really practice, do a trial with her, go shopping so she has the basic makeup kit, because this is another thing that you must remember when you're doing makeup on other people, is that they don't have the same features, they don't have the same skin tone and skin type as you, and not being a freelance makeup artist and being a makeup artist is really something I do on the side for fun, and usually just on myself. So I don't have a big kit of products. Most of the things I have is catered to my skin tone and my skin type. So she was aware of that, and we went shopping for her to get her own foundation and concealer shades and stuff, because if you're not going to do this on a day-to-day basis, if I can say that, you don't need a whole range of foundation, and since she's a bit darker than me, I didn't necessarily have that shade for her. Another thing you must remember is that nobody has the same eyes or face as you, so I was really used to doing makeup on me, and on her it was very different, so that's why I really insisted on doing a makeup trial. I asked her to send me some pictures of makeup looks that she wanted to recreate and stuff, and in the end she was really happy with the trial that we did, so I had a base to start off with. But the mistake I made was not asking her mom and her sister what they wanted, so that day I really played it by ear and I went with the flow to see what they wanted. But if I were to do it again, I would really ask them ahead of time what they want, especially since everything is so different feature-wise. Even if they're Vietnamese too, nobody looks the same, so I kind of had to improvise on the spot, which was a bit nerve-wracking. But if you have time, really look for what your bride and the bridal party wants as makeup look. That's gonna make your life so much easier, because that day it's really not the time to experiment at all. I really went with products that I'm comfortable with tools that I'm comfortable with, and with shades that I know are a no-fail. You don't want to start experimenting with crazy colors unless they told you ahead of time what they wanted and you did a trial with them. That should go really well. And also what you must remember is that not everyone wants a full face glam of makeup, especially when it's people that are not used to wearing makeup every day, and you go from no makeup to a full face glam makeup like that. They're not gonna be used to that, and they're not gonna be happy with the look. I know that, and I learned from the mistake, because when I was done doing mom's makeup, she was not happy with the face. She said there was too much foundation. She said it accentuated her fine lines and stuff, and I wanted to convince her that you want a full face of makeup when you were going to be photographing a lot, when you're gonna have makeup on for like 15 hours and you want it to last, but she still wasn't comfortable with it, so I had to do her face all over again. So when you want to save time, just make sure that you know what the client wants as makeup. So in the end, I ended up doing a super light wash of foundation on mom's face, so she doesn't want everything to be covered, because for her that doesn't look natural and doesn't look like herself. So when I did mom and I figured that out, with the next girl, I sort of did it in little steps. So for the eyes, for example, once you go too dark, it's really hard to go lighter. So what I did was, for one of the sisters, I kept building on, and I said, okay, look at this. Do you want it to be darker? Do you want more shadow underneath the eyes? So that way, when you can always add on stuff, but it's really hard to take away the makeup. So just go step by step and make sure that the client is comfortable with every single step of the way, or else you have to do it all over again. Another thing that I learned was that I did a trial on somebody else a few days before the actual wedding to practice to do makeup on somebody else, and she was super surprised and stunned to see herself in false lashes because she's not used to it. So that's another thing that you need to tell them, is that, are you actually comfortable with false lashes? Because usually people that are bridesmaid are going to be like, oh, I'm a bridesmaid, so this is the perfect occasion to try on false lashes and to wear false lashes all day. But they might not be happy with the way it looks, because false lashes are going to change dramatically how a makeup looks on somebody. So just make sure that they're comfortable with the lashes, they're comfortable with the style and the wear, because wearing lashes for the first time also, like when you're not used to it, you don't know that you see them all day and that you feel them all day, because false lashes, whether you like it or not, are not that comfortable. They look beautiful, but they're not the most comfortable thing to wear, to be honest. Another thing is timing. When you start off in this, just make sure that you time yourself for the makeup that you have and give yourself a little room for error. Just give yourself a little bit more time in case of error. So for example, for myself, I gave myself 45 minutes per face, and that's exactly what the bride had scheduled in her schedule of the day as well. So I ended up being able to do everybody in 45 minutes or less, and when you do it in less time, then you're able to either correct somebody else's makeup or take a break or something, because I had to do 5 people and everybody had to be ready by 8:30. So I started off the day at around 4:45. I was at the bride's parents' house to set up and everything, and I started at 5. Makeup started at 5, and it just went on and on and on until 8:30. So that gave me a lot of room to do the stuff. And just remember that some people might take longer than 45 minutes and some people are definitely going to take less than 45 minutes. So that's why just give yourself enough time to do everything. For example, mom and one of the sisters were really longer to do than 2 other sisters, because some people just have, like, it's just easier to do their makeup. The skin, 2 of the sisters' skins were just like so flawless, and it was very easy to do. We barely had any foundation, any concealer to put on the face, so that goes on a lot faster. I also find that when you don't have to do false lashes, it's so much faster also. So just keep all of that in mind. So overall, I really enjoyed my experience. I don't know if I'd do it again, to be honest, but it was really a challenge for myself, and I think that I delivered very well. The bride looked absolutely beautiful. I'm so happy with the way her makeup turned out, and I'm very happy that we did a trial before. So those are just my few tips and tricks. That, like, don't be nervous. Be sure that you can do a trial and you can ask for everyone's makeup looks and preferences ahead of time. Don't try to experiment. Go with looks and products and colors that you're comfortable with. Yeah, just have fun. That was my experience. I love hearing everybody's experience for these things, and this is just my little contribution. If you're starting off in makeup, I'm not saying that I'm experimented by any means whatsoever. This is just my first time doing bridal makeup, to be honest, and I had a lot of fun, so I thought I would share that with you. So I hope you enjoyed, and have a great week. I'll see you next time. Bye. I hope it's gonna work out. So I love that this foundation comes with self-pump, and you can actually see the product inside. It's gonna tell you